Hello, and welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I am your host, AC. And as you can see, there is no one in the studio with me today, but we have a very special guest who is joining us virtually as we talk today to celebrate the legacy and the birthday of Columbia's own Pam Ingram. So we have Dr. Ellis Ingram joining us today. How are you, Dr. Ingram?
I'm wonderful.
Thank
My
you.
pleasure to join you.
Thank you so much for being here. I know we're interrupting a little bit of your vacation, but thank you so much for joining us today on this very, very special day. We are glad to have you here. So I wanted to take some time today to just honor the legacy of your late wife, Pam, known affectionately as Granny Pam to most people in and around Columbia and really around the country. Granny Pam was a very, very special lady. And I just wanted to give you a few moments to kind of talk about and reflect on the wonderful legacy of Granny Pam.
Oh, I'm happy to do that. You know, she was a wonderful lady. I say she graduated to heaven a couple years ago, and it was hard to see her go, but her legacy continues. I could talk forever about her. You know, she was my sweetheart, my love forever. And she did some incredible work here in Columbia in the community.
Yeah, she really did. And I will say that I had the pleasure of meeting Granny Pam in 2008. We had just recently moved to Columbia, and my husband ran across Granny Pam speaking at a minority men's network event and came home with a pamphlet from Granny's house and said, you know, maybe you should give them a call. You're kind of looking to get connected. And I remember sending Granny Pam an email, and we met for lunch shortly after that. And it was a click ever since, like from that moment on. And we became volunteers at Granny's house in 2009. You and my husband have a wonderful relationship, and you guys have been family to us here in Columbia.
Appreciate you saying that, because you are definitely like daughter and your husband like son to me. And how you described our connection is how a lot of the connections happen. Just organically meeting people and saying this is what's going on, because Granny's house is kind of low key. It's not highly publicized. And so a lot of the information that people get about it is one-on-one. I'll be talking to someone or give a talk somewhere, or I'll show a picture and somebody will say, wait a minute, what is that? And I'll get the opportunity to describe what's going on at Granny's house.
Yes. And I remember probably my first time stepping foot into Granny's house when it was on Trinity Place. And
Yeah.
those kids, when they get off that bus, they rush in that door. I mean, anytime they see a car parked outside, right, they are coming
Oh, yeah.
in, whether it's
That's
open or
right.
not.
As soon as they get off the bus, here they come. And
Yes.
actually, the new little house that we purchased, the opening to the backyard is still on Trinity Street.
And so when kids see that gate open, they are coming in, correct?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We start with 4-year-olds,
Yes.
and as they approach that age, they're wondering, when can I come? When can I come? They're standing out there asking, can I come yet?
Yeah,
So
because
as soon as they turn 4.
their siblings have likely been there and been involved, and they're just waiting for their turn to be able to
Oh
come
yeah,
in.
yeah. I say that the kids are born into Granny's house, because as the older ones get up in age, then the little ones are coming, and they get so excited when they get the opportunity to come after school.
Yes, that is very true. And how many years is this? How many years is it for Granny's house now?
Well, May starts the 25th year, if you can imagine, a quarter of a century right there,
Wow.
and it's going strong.
That is truly amazing. And I think about all the conversations that I had with Granny Pam over the years where she talked about how a little girl from the projects in Kansas City,
Yes.
would come to Columbia and start a program that has, look, endured now for 25 years.
Yes.
It's
And
truly unbelievable.
it's called Granny's house because she wanted a place that resembled her grandmother's house. And she wanted a safe, loving place where kids could come and feel like they were in grandmother's house. And that's exactly what she did.
Yeah, absolutely, without question. A lot of the children who, people will see on some of the pictures that we're showing, those kids started there, like you said, as very young children. I mean, 5, 6 years old, and now these kids are married, have families of their own. And I would have to say, if I spoke to many of them, they would say that Granny Pam played a huge role in who they are
Oh,
now.
yes. Oh, yes. We see them snag a tooth and we see them finish high school. We see them finish college and go on to graduate work.
Yes. Yeah,
And that's a blessing.
it really is. It is indeed. And for as we're wrapping up here, I want to say, for people who had the pleasure of interacting with your wife in any way, right? She was a wonderful friend, a mentor, a grandmother, a mother, a sister, an aunt. I mean, I don't know that I have met a single person that was not in some way touched by Granny Pam.
And she made things all the time and gave it away.
Yes, yes, which explains my box here that you brought to me toward the end of Pam's life. She was still making things for other people. So the
Yes.
pin that I am wearing, Pam crocheted, and this lovely shawl that I have in this box that still smells like her perfume. She sent you to deliver that to my house. So,
Yes.
Poppy, thank you
Yes.
so much for taking time away from your vacation to join us. And happy birthday in heaven to our sweet, wonderful Granny Pam.
Yes. Thanks for having me. God bless.